I have made countless videos on how to become a profitable sports bettor, but what I haven't done is really taken a step back and explained why most people fail. Why is it that the vast majority of sports bettors, 97 to 99%, that's what the studies show, why do most people continue to fail at sports betting and continue to bleed out money to the sports books? The first main reason why the vast majority of sports bettors fail is they don't use enough sports books. And I know this sounds a little bit crazy, a little bit degenerate, but as a sharp bettor, you actually need to be using as many books as possible. As you can see in this screenshot for the Lakers-Hornets game tonight, every book sets their own unique odds, their own unique prices. So for example, if you want to bet on the Lakers, you should be doing that at minus 315 on Novig, not minus 360 on Kalshi, right? You have to be line shopping and getting the best possible price. Most sports bettors aren't doing that. Most gamblers only use one or two online sports books and they don't even price check. They just blindly bet on whatever they want to bet without even considering, is another book offering a better price? So if you want to bet the Lakers, you got to be doing it on Novig at minus 315, not minus 360 on Kalshi, right? That's like buying a stock for $360 when you could get it at $315. It doesn't make any sense. The second reason you want to use multiple sports books is limits, right? As a sharp bettor, you want more outs. I have had my betting limits slashed on basically every sports book. Limits are just part of the game. If you are absolutely crushing a book, over time, as you make more and more money, they're going to continue to lower your bet sizes. And that's not really fair, but it's kind of part of the game, right? Sports books, they don't like winners. So if you are winning consistently, you're going to get your bet sizes slashed down. And the only way to continue growing your profit as some sports books slash your limits is if you are using more and more books. So my results would not be possible if I used only one sports book. I've used hundreds of sports books. So for example, my top book on Pickett Sports in terms of net profit is called WinBet. I made over $200,000 on this book. Guess what? It was so easily beatable, so exploitable that WinBet is now out of business. Right? So I could have just given up on sports betting, but of course I didn't do that. I just adapted. I started to find edges and exploit other books like Prize Picks and DraftKings Pick 6. I talk to a ton of sports bettors every single day who are just using one or two sports books, and I tell them that's the main reason why you're failing to turn a profit. You're not line shopping. You're not betting where there's value. You're not exploiting all of the profitable promos on these different books. You need to sign up for more and more apps. The second reason why most sports bettors fail to ever turn a profit is they don't even track their bets. They don't track their results. I have people who DM me and say, hey Alex, I'm trying out this new strategy, or I'm buying picks from this handicapper. And I'll ask them, cool, what's your net profit over the past year, over the past month? And they look at me like I'm crazy. They're like, oh, I don't know, but I'm winning for sure. And the truth is, you will never know if you're profitable or not profitable over a long period of time. It's very hard to know if you made money or lost money over the course of a year unless you're using a bet tracker, unless you are actually tracking all of your plays and your net profit. You'll get the feeling of winning, the feeling of losing, but if you're not actually tracking, you're never gonna know if you're profitable or not profitable over a large sample size of bets. So all of these bet trackers, like Pickett Sports is the one I recommend, they're free. All you do on Pickett is you sync your different sports books and it just shows you your net profit. It's amazing. So tracking your bets is essential. When I used to be a quantitative trader on Wall Street, the only number we were looking at basically all day long was our P&L, our profit and loss. So the third reason why most sports bettors fail is they never take the time to invest into their sports betting education, right? There's so many free resources. I've done countless YouTube videos on arbitrage and positive EV, which are the two main strategies that sharp bettors and syndicates use to win long term. And like, for example, this guy, Arb Thief, he does free trainings on arbitrage nearly every single day. He's a full-time professional sports bettor who makes a living from risk-free profit arbitrage betting. So he goes through which books are most exploitable, how to maximize your arbitrage profits. So if you haven't tuned in to an Arb Thief training session, I definitely recommend it. The fourth reason why a lot of sports bettors fail is they're too slow. So I'll get a lot of people who reach out to me and say, hey man, I tried arbitrage betting, but the odds are changing too fast. And this sounds a little crazy, but you should literally study the sports books. You should know how to navigate them. When I used to be a quant trader, you know, if I got a call and some broker was saying, do you want this trade or not? You can't say, let me think about it for 3 hours and give you a call back. Because if it's a good trade and you say that, somebody else will have taken the trade by the time you call that person back. And it's the same thing as a sports bettor. The best EV betting opportunities, the best, juiciest, most profitable arbitrage risk-free betting opportunities, they don't last forever. So you need to move quick. Speed is very important. So this odds jam one-click bet, you can see it right here. You just hit the little bet button like on Mobley under 9.5 rebounds and it takes you right to the sports book, right to the wager, so you can lock in plays faster. That has been an absolute game changer for me. So I definitely recommend trying out Odds Jam one-click bet. You literally just hit bet. It takes you right to the wager. You can lock it in as quick as possible and move on to finding more profitable bets. So the fifth reason why most sports bettors fail to actually turn a profit is they don't stay disciplined. Right? I see a lot of people who will make money arbitrage betting and then they'll blow it playing online roulette later in the night. So you need to stay disciplined. You know, as a sports bettor, I only place a bet if it's plus EV. If there's no good bets on the books I'm using in a day, I don't gamble. A lot of people have the itch to gamble, and you only should be placing bets if they actually have value. It's a very scary path to go down. Well, if there's not a ton of arbitrage bets today, I'll just throw in some crazy parlays. Because even if you're making some solid profits from arbitrage, you'll give back all your profits on roulette, these games you literally cannot beat. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, I talk to countless sports bettors on my live streams, on Twitter every single day through DMs. If you have any questions, you can comment them below, but these are the 5 main reasons why I see sports bettors fail to ever turn a profit. So I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know any questions as well as other video ideas for me. I love making sports betting content. So let me know what other videos you want to see me make. And thank you guys so much. Have a great rest of your day.